Much money as this place has, you think you guys have a better setup to work. This kind of stinks.
All right, everyone, we have Sam Hilliard here. We'll go ahead and get started with Tracy today. Tracy, go ahead.
Sam, what is there a particular difference with what you are now as to what you were the previous times you've come up? I mean, and if there is, what did you work on to make adjustments?
For me, I would say most of the adjustments I made in my time spent in AAA were mental and just different way of approaching, the game and my at-bats and my confidence and self-talk, being positive. And I would say I'm just a little bit more of more confidence exuding from me and constantly, just being positive and trying, I would have a problem with getting negative at times on myself, especially when I was really struggling. And that's something that I took time to really work on. My swing is my swing. I made a couple minor adjustments there physically, but I would say mostly mental adjustments is what I made.
Thank you.
Danielle?
Yeah, Sam, when you were going through those mental adjustments, did you work with anybody to help you through that? Did you use any resources to kind of get your mind in a better place?
The Rockies have a great mental skills coordinator. Utilize him and friends and family, talking to my parents, my wife. They're great people to lean on, that's what family's for. And my parents and my dad especially have personal stories and things that they've had to deal with throughout their life that were trials and tribulations and things like that. And it's just, I'm blessed to have people like that in my life, and they really helped me get through hard times. And I'm sure, there will be more, and they'll be there for those too.
And then last night, you're at bat in the 9th inning. What was going through your mind when you went to the plate, and what did you see there?
It's just getting ready in the cage before my pinch hit, taking swings off the fastball machine. I knew that guy, Nunez, had a pretty good fastball, but he throws a lot of changeups, and he got me with a good changeup early in the at-bat. And from that moment on, I knew he was going to go back to it. So he put a fastball, 1-1 fastball on the outside corner, fouled it off, and I put my sights on the changeup because that's his pitch, and I just felt like he was going to go to it, and he gave me a good one to hit and put a good swing on it.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I wanted to kind of get back to some of the self-talk. What are the things that you're saying to yourself?
There's a lot of things going on, but for me, it's mostly just thinking about where I see myself 2 or 3 years from now, and I see myself, having success in the big leagues and playing every day and helping the team win, and just being that guy who is the team can count on, and taking that person and putting that person into the game right now, because it's not something that I'm incapable of being. It's just being myself, in my opinion. And so it's just a confidence thing, and kind of if you know how it's going to end and how it's going to be several years from now, if you truly believe that, then it takes a lot of pressure off your bats, and it makes you feel a lot better in the game.
And you said that your dad has helped, your family's helped. What are some of the things your dad has said as far as positive self-talk? And I know that as we talked about, he's got this great dry sense of humor. What are some of the things that he said that's kind of made you smile during these times?
It's hard to specifically remember exactly what he said, but in his profession, he was a surgeon, and he dealt with some things. Sometimes things went wrong, and he had to deal with people, and he wanted me to know that it's okay to not be able to do this on your own. Throughout my career, I've always just been able to get out of a slump on my own, just keep swinging it, and all that stuff. But I really, got down this year, and I needed some help, and I realized that it was okay from talking to my dad to reach out and get some help from somebody who's a professional, like our guy with the Rockies, and just other people that I trust. So, yeah, he always makes me laugh and puts things into perspective for me.
And Doug Chadwick, I know he doesn't talk a whole lot, but tell me what a resource he is for you guys.
Yeah, he's great. He's great. He's very relatable. Love having him around. Like, he comes and hangs out in the dugout during the game sometimes, and just his background of being in the military and coming from a different walk of life, going all over the world and seeing crazy things. He's got some great stories, some interesting outlooks, and it's always really good to talk to him and kind of pick his brain, and he's always really helpful.
And last one for me, when you hit that home run and you watched it go and you flipped the bat, you look like you were having the time of your life, man. Tell me just how that felt like. And it wasn't like you were surprised at all. It was like you were Sam Hilliard, and this is what Sam Hilliard does.
Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like. It's going back to the whole confidence thing. I wasn't surprised when it happened. That's what I went up there. I wasn't trying to hit home run. I was trying to put the ball in the barrel, and I really love beating the Dodgers. It's a great thing, man, because historically, they win most of the games against us, and they're a really good team, and especially coming in here in LA and in a big situation like that, and taking a little bit of the noise out of the stadium for a second until they started booing. But it was a really good feeling, and this is a team that we really want to beat, and it wasn't just for me, it was the situation in the game and for the team, and kind of felt the momentum kind of go our way a little bit in that moment. And yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, forgive me for kind of extending this a bit, but you've hit a number of home runs against them. I think it's 6 in 12 games, but those games haven't always gone the Rockies' way. So when you hit that last night and then they came back, how hard was it not to say, "Oh my gosh, yet again"?
Yeah, this team's never out of the game, especially here. It just, like I said, they're a really good baseball team, and yeah, it was a little bit stressful there in the bottom of the ninth. But Daniel Bard is our closer for a reason, and he was able to get himself out of that jam. And then, our big dogs came through in the 10th, and Charlie hit that 2-run homer, and we got a little cushion there. And that's when I knew, we're going to win this ball game next inning. And Gilbreth came in, got his first save, and looked pretty dominant. And it was awesome.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Marcel.
Hey, Sam, so what is it about Dodger Stadium and you? Is it the batter's eye? Does it just feel good in the box there?
I was actually trying to think about this last night. I was talking to some of the guys. I think it's just a combination of everything. The batter's eye is different color. It's dark blue, I think, or black. I'm not even really sure. But the ball just kind of feels lit up to me, nice and bright and white. And I can see it a little bit better, I think. And I just, the atmosphere of the crowd and everything, it just kind of helps me get locked in. I don't do anything different. I try and do the exact same thing every time I go up to the plate, no matter where we are. But, I don't know what it is. I think the ball's maybe lit up a little bit better and I can see it a little more, maybe.
Cool. And like you said, for probably as long as you can remember, they've been a playoff team, basically, right?
Right.
And probably that helps you too with the competition. Hey, thanks. I appreciate the answer.
Right, any final questions for Sam today? All right, great, Sam. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We'll have Mike Redmond available on the separate Zoom about 3:30 Pacific time, 4:30 your guys' time.